Today, we're diving into an idea that might just flip how you think about language. It's this concept of taking the entire massive English language and boiling it down to its most powerful, most essential core.
So let me ask you a question. How many words do you think you really need to get by in English? 10,000? 20,000? You know, we're always told that a bigger vocabulary is better. But what if the secret to really clear communication isn't about having more words, but having the right words? What if that number is way, way smaller than you think?
That's the number, 850. It feels kind of impossible, right? How could you possibly say everything you need to with just 850 words? Well, this is the exact number of words that a whole system for clear international communication is built on.
And that system is called Basic English. Now, this isn't bad English or broken English, not at all. It's actually a super efficient, carefully selected version of the language. The whole idea is that with this core 850, you can express almost any idea you need for everyday life. So to really see how this magic works, we're going to zoom in on just one of those words.
All right, let's put one of these 850 words under the microscope. For this explainer, our specimen is a simple four-letter word that you've used 1,000 times, but it holds a ton of power. And that word is form.
Just look at it, F-O-R-M. It's so common you probably never give it a second thought. But its real strength isn't that it's fancy or complex. Its strength is its incredible flexibility and the role it plays inside this whole system.
So, why this word? Well, form wasn't just picked out of a hat. It has some serious credentials. I mean, first, it's on the official Basic English 850 list. It's also one of the 1,000 most common words in the entire language. But here's the real kicker. It can be a thing, a noun, and it can be an action, a verb. That dual-purpose ability is exactly what makes these core words so incredibly efficient.
Okay, so let's break it down. First up, let's look at form as a noun. When we're talking about a form, what are we actually talking about? Well, it turns out it can mean a few different but totally related things.
The most basic meaning, right, is just shape. The form of a building, the form of a cloud, an athlete's physical form. It's the outline, the structure of a thing. Super straightforward. Now, building on that idea of shape, a form can also be the thing that makes the shape. So think about a mold for baking a cake, or a form they use to pour concrete for a sidewalk. It's the container that gives structure to something else. See the connection?
And here it is. This is the one we probably run into every single day. A form, as in a document. It's got a preset structure, right? A framework of boxes and lines you have to fill out. And when you think about it, it's a document that gives shape to your information. It all connects.
This example just nails it. An application form is that perfectly structured document we were just talking about. It organizes all your info in a very specific way. It's a perfect real-world example of that third meaning.
Okay, so that's form as a thing. But remember, this word is a multitasker. It also does stuff. So now let's flip it and look at form as a verb, as an action word.
So, when you form something, what are you doing? You're actively giving it shape or structure. You can form a committee. You can ask people to form a line. You can even form an idea in your head. The verb, the action of forming, is directly tied to the noun form, the shape itself.
And you know, one of the most beautiful things about a word like form is just how simple it is. It's a regular verb. Form, forms, formed, forming. There are no weird surprises, no tricky rules to memorize. That kind of predictability is a huge reason why it made the cut for the Basic English list. It's just easy to learn and use correctly.
So let's zoom back out. The really important thing to get here is that the power of the word form isn't some happy accident. It's a feature. It's part of a carefully designed system that picks clarity and efficiency over just having a bunch of extra words.
So when you learn the word form in Basic English, you aren't just memorizing one definition. You're getting a powerful, versatile tool, kind of like a Swiss Army knife, that fits perfectly into this bigger, logical system. Every single one of the 850 words is like this. It's a multi-purpose building block.
And I mean, just look at the technical breakdown. Check out all the boxes this one little word ticks. It's on the BE850 list. It's a top head word. It's a noun that can be both countable and uncountable. It's a regular verb. It has been completely analyzed and put into a system where it can do the absolute most work with the least confusion. It's basically language as engineering.
Which kind of leaves us with one final thought. We spend so much time trying to build a bigger vocabulary, learning more and more words, but maybe the real power isn't in the quantity of words we know, but in truly mastering the fundamentals. So think about it. If you only had these 850 powerful, flexible words, what could you build? What complex idea could you make perfectly simple and clear?